Okay. Alright everyone, this is Commander Trium back once again for a follow-up session tonight, this Friday evening in North America. I guess it's possibly wee hours of the morning now in Great Britain, and even earlier in the morning around the world beyond the British time zone. We are on board the Penitent. It is a well, it's actually a prison ship, but it comes equipped with a starport, so we're going to switch out our current craft for the Python, which is our battleship at the moment. We can almost, so close we can taste the Anaconda, but purchasing that particular vessel is just going to take a few more resources. And this set is 5 million credits back, so we're gonna moving this ship here. But it was a more effective use of time. We're gonna keep human weapons equipped on board this vessel for now. There are no Thargoid scouts in this region, and we're going to avoid conflict with the Thargoids right now because the best equipped Python cannot even take on a Cyclops on a one-to-one basis. So we'll be running away very bravely. In the meantime, we had an incomplete mission. In the IHV sector. I just don't remember which one it was. I think it was an IHV C series. It's C212. It's C2. I'll have to pull it up again. Just give me a moment. HRWD179. HRWD179. Oh wait, that's where we are. Never mind. It's IHV C216D2. It's about 90 kilometers east of the research facility. I don't know how accurate this map is, but it isn't showing the ravines that we'd hope. It's one of those two craters there, I believe. One more thing, we have to check our defensibles and find out what we have for outfitting. Class 4 vehicle hangar, that's good, because we might just lose Starship Penitent, clear for launch. He's still here. Taking up a landing port.
Landing gear retracted. Cargo scoop retracted.
That's not very welcoming. Of course, it is a detention area, but you will be seeing me back here because this is where I'm storing my ships at the moment, you moron.
Frameshift drive charging.
I don't know if I... Oh yes, I do have an interdictor. Well, let's just see about this, shall we?
Hull integrity compromised. Guide shields offline. Target destroyed. Cargo scoop deployed.
Oh, for God's sake.
Cargo scoop retracted. Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1.
No limpets, therefore no point. Still gaining 250C, 250 times the speed of light and climbing. May get a little bit bored in these short intervals between star systems, but it's a hell of a lot faster than it is today. Now back under 400C and quickly gaining on this Pleiades sector D stellar component, planet 2 around star D. Now below 350, below 330. Now just below 50C and closing on 1000 light seconds, or 1500 light seconds, closing on the target world. "30 times the speed of light, 500 light seconds now, just over 20 Cs, 20C and closing." And we have arrived in the vicinity of Pleiades Sector, India, Hotel Victor, Charlie 216 Delta 2. And we're 90 kilometers east of the T2 research facility.
Orbital flight engaged.
And 142. Maybe it's west. I think we got this backwards here.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1.
There we go. Meta alloys directly ahead.
Landing gear deployed.
Scarab 1 deploying.
Low gravity warning. Trespass zone. Trespass zone cleared. Target shields offline. Bounty incoming. Under attack. Shields online. Under attack. Target destroyed. Target destroyed. Bounty incurred. Under attack. Target destroyed. Under attack. Starship under attack. attack. Weapons rearmed. Target shields online. Target shields offline. Under attack. Mothership under attack. Target shields online. Target shields offline. Attack. Target shields online. Bounty inbound. Target shields offline. Bounty incurred. Under attack. Warning. You have entered a trespass zone. Bounty incurred. Weapons rearmed. Under attack. Target destroyed. Cargo scoop deployed. Handbrake is on.
Well, our point defense turret has been depleted somewhat. Wonder how that happened. Well, that went far better than the last time. Though I likely could still have prevailed the last time when I was using my... Diamondback Explorer.
Incoming mission critical message.
Hello?
Hello?
Audio disconnected.
There we go. So, this business with the meta-alloys, it does make money, but it's not nearly as fast, I don't think, minute over minute is doing the cargo runs. And as for the passengers, I could get a passenger liner, like a dedicated passenger liner, and take tons of passengers, but I think what I'm likely going to do, just in the interest of time and getting my Anaconda, is outfit the freighter with cabins, and we'll give that a try.
That's all I'm doing. I got my cutter all outfitted with cabins. And last night I pulled like 20 million. All I was doing is I go to a station, I just take the highest paying job I could find.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you spent an evening harvesting meta-alloys, like I've just been going from planet to planet, scooping them up, I've got about 2 million. So it's not bad, but it's not that, and I've got another 1 million in the hold here. So, I mean, it's not bad, but it's not great. I actually paid 5 million for my Python to come down here while I was away. It just seemed like a good thing to do. I don't know. I can make the 5 million back fairly swiftly, especially with 1 million in the hold right now.
Yeah.
And, whatever.
I figure I'm sitting at 146 million right now, so whatever floats my boat at this point.
Yeah, I mean, I did my bit for King and Country, and I put, I put away some of these meta alloys. But I mean, this, as far as testing the, it seems you had way more success with the passengers than I did with the meta alloys. And the promised 40 million that that Sagittarius I was talking about, that's a bunch of nonsense if I ever read it. I think that's where I heard it, was in Sagittarius I. But it's a bunch of hogwash. So, can't believe everything you read. Also, I did get barnacle, monitoring. I did find a database, and I posted it up to our website. So you can have a look at it there, and it keeps a pretty good track of what's dead and alive. The only thing I'd warn you about is that if you do decide you're going to go barnacle hunting at any point in the future, go to Google and export a copy to Excel, and then load it up in Excel online in the website, because it has to convert it, and the data that sits in Excel is static. It doesn't automatically update. So you have to go to Google and you have to export their data. And the only way to do that is to do a save as from Google. There's a link there I posted somewhere.
I'll take a look if I get curious.
It's in the comments of the one of the comments on the main page inside the spreadsheet. So I don't know do you have Excel on your system?
I've got Microsoft Office on my computer, and I've got the
Excel
365 as well. So
yeah, so you mean you have all the tools you need. You just need to look at the comment, and that'll give you the URL that you need. The other thing is there's a short URL which I created on Bitly. bit.ly / I think it's Elite Barnacles or Barnacles Elite, one of the two. I think it's Elite Barnacles, if memory serves. And that basically just takes you straight to the Google Sheets version of the spreadsheet, and that's the one that they're updating on a regular basis, because Google doesn't charge for its spreadsheet. They just, you make a spreadsheet, you have it in Google, and then you export it to Excel is the way it usually goes. And once it's in Excel, it's business ready and business worthy, and you can do whatever the hell you want with it at that point because it has VBA. But Google Sheets, all they have is JavaScript, and it's fucking long-winded and confusing, and I don't know. I don't really follow it that closely. It uses Google's own object hierarchy. The other thing to keep in mind over the next 2 weeks is this weekend is a long weekend in Canada. I mentioned that before. It's Victoria Day long weekend holiday right now. And next weekend is your long weekend, Memorial Day. So you do have we were talking about this before, you do have a long weekend in May. It's called Memorial Day. I don't know what the hell it symbolizes. But it's supposed to be for something.
Memorial Day is when you go and remember. Basically, a lot of people, some people, like some of my family, they go around to all the cemeteries and put flowers on all the graves. It's basically to remember friends and family that have passed away.
Oh, okay. I thought it was for soldiers specifically, but
them too. I mean, it's just everyone in general.
I never understood this because Remembrance Day, was supposed to be the day that we set aside for remembering fallen soldiers. And then the United States added Memorial Day on top of that. And I was like, well, good God. I mean, it's not like their sacrifice isn't appreciated, but it was a sacrifice, so we didn't have to keep remembering all the unpleasant things that happened in the past. Well, not that we wouldn't remember, it's so that we wouldn't experience all the unpleasant things that happened.
I take on a job and I get a message as soon as I accept the job that I'm going to get interdicted, and I haven't even left the fucking port yet. I'm on the dock.
Well, then it's meaningless because you can just jump and whoever was threatening you, you just, okay, well, whatever.
The ship travels faster. Most of my ships travel faster. Actually, every one of my ships travels faster than any stock NPC. So even if they do happen to interdict me, all I got to do is boost and they can't keep up.
Yeah, well, that's the only time I get interdicted is when I'm slowing down to a planet. Like as I approach a planet, I go at there's a little trick I never told you this, I don't know why. But there's you know that clock that goes beneath when you're approaching the planet? It's supposed to tell you how far away you are if you maintain the current speed, how long it would take you to get there in minutes and seconds.
Yeah,
And
you hold it around 7 seconds. You're coming into the station as fast as you can.
precisely.
Overshooting, theoretically.
Theoretically, although sometimes I play it safe and go in at 8, or if I'm feeling particularly brave, I'll go in at 6. Anything under 6, though, you're going to overshoot.
Yep.
Unless you're
At three-quarter throttle, you are sitting right at that 6 seconds, and it takes a bit to try and keep it.
Yeah, the only time I've been able, sometimes if you start moving really fast close to a starbase, it'll say, oh, you're going to be there in 4 seconds. And then in that case, it'll start to, bypass the station, but luckily the station's still on your screen and it's still centered because you're not moving fast enough for it to just whiz by yet. And you can jump into the station, even though it says 4 seconds. But anyway. So, making sure you know about that. And
I've known about that one for a long time.
yeah, I didn't. I came into that fairly late. Oh, another permanent job came up today with a very reputable Microsoft partner here in Ottawa called Avanade. They're a big consulting company with lots of smart people. And they seem to think I might be smart enough to work for them. They've interviewed me before a couple times, which means that they're interested. I just have to keep applying. Okay, so other than that, I've started my weekend here.
I've got 6.3 million just in
Passengers.
transport right now, just from logging into the station I'm in. And they all go to the same station in the same system.
Well, I'm debating whether or not I want to go do another meta-alloy mission or take my diamond, leave the Python here in the Pleiades for when I want to fight Thargoids or go after barnacles or whatever the hell else is going on in the Pleiades, and leave this ship here. So that I have a ship in the Pleiades, there's something going on here, and I don't want to be too far away from it. And if I leave the Python here, then I can get to where I need to go. The only problem is that necessarily means I'm going to be unable to, well, shit. You know what? I need this thing back next week by Thursday. I have to be at Cubeo because I'm getting my prismatic shield.
You can only put a class 6 in or highest you can put is a class 6, and that's like 25 million credits, so.
That's not that much.
No, it's not much. Class 8 is what I want for my cutter, and that's like 250 million.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to have a $250 million shield system. I mean, a 50 million credit shield system. Just because, well, I don't think the Anaconda has any Type 8 slots. I don't think its shield matrix will handle it. I think you're allowed up to.
I'll buy it just for this ship, just for when I want to go have stupid high shields and piss everyone off and just fly into a system and let everybody shoot at me.
Well, that's called a tank. And when you just want to tank and you just sit there and let everyone shoot at you, well, the people who your heavy hitters go out and they nail the hell out of everyone. I mean, you're still shooting back, obviously, like you still have to hit people, but you're, as a tank, your role is basically to sit there and draw up everyone's fire as much as possible to your best of your ability, so that your heavy hitters can hit where they need to hit.
Yeah.
That's how you do team play, from what I've gathered, anyway.
I don't know. I figure if I got that high of shields, I can do most anything I want. I figure it's taken me 2 years to finally get a cutter, playing off and on like I have been. So get all the pieces and parts, and then all I got to do is.
I wonder how many. Yeah, how many tens of thousands? Like, what percentage of the elite playing population has the Anaconda or the cutter? I'm really curious about that number, because that almost dictates, what the toughest missions are, right? Like, you still need, like, the missions that you get in the game, there has to be a diversity of them. You need some of the lower level missions for the Cobras of the Sidewinders and the Cobras of the universe, and you need the mediocre missions for the Pythons and the Asp Explorers of the universe, and now the Alliance Chieftain. And for the heavy hitters, you need the tough missions, right? And this is what we're missing. That they're almost afraid to, like, get you into serious shit, except by force of numbers. Like, you get 8 Vipers on you, and I don't care if you're running 250 million credit shield matrix, eventually it's gonna wear down. But
of course, when it's law enforcement ships, they're all shooting fucking.
Well, they're all member of a wing.
Or shit like that, and.
Yeah, it's the only scenario in the game. It's the only scenario in the game where you get wings, effectively wings of like more than 4 players, is when you have the police ships come out, and they deal with you. But then again, if they're gonna send that kind of shit after you, I think what they should do is they should let stations get damaged by Anaconda fire, like pirate missions and whatnot. Like, let stations be blown to smithereens if that's what it takes. And this has always frustrated me about Elite. You could never shoot the base, no matter how many goddamn times you shoot the base. The base is not going to disappear, And that's just not right. Like, if you shoot the base, someone's going to die. Someone has to, right?
You would think that if you're shooting at the base, it's going to do some kind of damage. But, I mean, it would have to take, like, a whole squadron of fucking large ships in order to do any damage, or to do enough damage to actually shut the base down.
Well, you know why the United States, in modern warfare, why the United States has opted for carrier groups, right? They found out that battleships, which were granted itinerant, but they were unable to project power, could move around, right? So your effectiveness in battle, to a degree, it can be said, is based on your ability to move around in battle, right? Stations can't do that. They're fixed. They're stuck there. They're not moving, and, that puts them at a necessary disadvantage. Now, you can compensate for that to an extent. You can turn a station into a frickin' fortress, but you should only be required to do that in direct proportion to its value,
Yeah.
Like, you shouldn't have every station, you have, right now it's like you have an assembly line somewhere outputting Cariola space stations. And they're all armed the same, and they all have, like, equally devastating weapons inside the port, and, and they all have equal numbers of Vipers outside the port. And, well, unless, of course, we're talking about the Imperial Eagle, which is how the Empire chooses to defend its stations. But basically that's how it goes, right? And what I'd like to see is a little bit more variance in how that part of gameplay goes, so that, you know, if it's the Bank of Zeonts, you know, in orbit of O'Rare, or wherever the hell the Bank of Zeonts is, you know, obviously it's got some value. The financial well-being of the galaxy depends, at least the human-dominated portion of the galaxy depends on the Bank of Zeonts. There should be a fucking fortress there guarding all that money. I think. Kind of like the Fort Knox, you know, of the game.
Well, you figure, like, the Sol system's got how many farragets in that system?
Two at all times. One in Mars orbit, one's in Earth orbit.
Yeah.
But they've proven to be completely ineffective against the Thargoids, and we now know this to be true, that the Federation simply cannot defend itself against Thargoid incursion. You can take that now to the bank. There was another attack last week. So with that second attack, there's now been, and it's deep inside the bubble, right in the heart of Federation territory. There's absolutely no way you're convincing me that the Federation has any kind of meaningful game plan other than getting commanders experimental weaponry and going after the Thargoids piecemeal. That's their strategy for now, until they can bring new experimental weapons online with capital ships up to the appropriate levels of classes that there need to be. And they better get on this, because, like I said, I don't know who's writing this story, but sooner or later those Thargoids are going to come in force. This is the second week in a row, and this is unprecedented. This is the second week in a row we haven't seen a human starbase go offline. Now, you might think that's good news, and yes, it is good news, but it also indicates that we've adapted to their attack. They're not just going to sit there and let that stand. They're going to come after us with something bigger. They may, in fact, even pull back. I wouldn't be surprised if they pulled, you know, all the way back to the Pleiades and just waited for their capital ships to arrive, if they haven't already. Of course, they could just be sitting on the ground amongst God knows how many planets around the bubble. And when they come, watch out. They're gonna, like... I think that the atmospheric planets and the Thargoid piece of the storyline, where they're going to start attacking planets, because they haven't attacked a single planet yet. No land base, no planet-bound bases have been hit by the Thargoids. But that's about to change.
Really, most of the... If they want to go after an inhabited system, that'd be the place to go.
Yeah, but they demonstrated even the
atmosphere at that point.
Even the Cyclops, the Basilisk, and the Medusa have all demonstrated a capacity to enter the planet's gravity well and reach right down to the surface of airless worlds. We've seen it. We've seen it at Barnacles. I'm sitting right across from one right now. And while there's no Thargoid here at the moment, sooner or later there will be, because they come to the Barnacles regularly for some reason that isn't entirely clear. So if they can reach down with those ships down to the planet surface, you can bet your bottom dollar that anything that they launch off the surface of a planet with the Barnacles is going to be more than capable of, or not Barnacles, but Thargoid bases. If they can launch those off the ground, you can bet your bottom dollar they'll be able to attack the surface of any world they desire, including Earth, Mars, Achenar, capital conversion.
Give them time.
So I think with the introduction of atmospheric gameplay, we're going to start to see whether or not these ships, which are kind of quasi-aerodynamic, like the most aerodynamic ship of the lot so far seems to be the Python, in my view. It's a wedge. It's like the stealth bomber of the medium class, medium range ships. And as for the Corvette, I don't know if it can go into an atmosphere or if that's part of its design parameters, but maybe they'll have to have another module added on, to make atmospheric entry.
You're probably going to have more powerful engines to counteract gravity, because I know most planet landings are interesting with this ship.
Well, planet landings already with if you go to the Achenar system and visit planets, is it 6D? You'll find that there's a pretty large gravity well there. It's 6 Gs at that world. I wouldn't try landing a freighter there if my life depended on it. And even the Anacondas, which can take some damage, they can basically fall straight out of orbit like a stone. And they can hit the surface and survive, with everyone inside still intact and happy as a pig in shit. And somehow, I don't know how, but the elasticity of the shields compensates for the crash. And it has even the Anaconda has trouble getting off a 6G world. I mean, that's 6G. That's for unless you're physically fit, you're probably going to black out at 6G.
Yeah.
Our best pilots in the United States Air Force and in the Canadian Air Force, the most I've ever heard of anyone tolerating is 8.3 or something. Like, I don't know what the world record is, but you basically have to be able to exist with no blood in your head and stay awake, which is very difficult to do since no blood in your head means that your synapses start to die off. So, I mean, the average person weighing 6 times their normal weight, they're just not going to be able to take it.
So been sitting here at the station waiting for the mission logs to regenerate.
Yeah.
I just pulled up one more for another 1.8 million. I have 8.1 million just in passengers right now on my ship.
So where are you located? You're in the Kuhua system.
Yep, and the sad thing is I don't even have faction or good reputation. I'm cordial in this system. The only reason I'm here is so that I could do some outfitting. And I just picked up 8 million in passengers.
Maybe I should head out your way.
The one thing that I know is around Cubeo, most of these systems I have friendly or allied status. So they give me good missions pretty easily.
Yeah, well, I could start building up my rep there. The only problem is I'm trying to walk this tightrope between being aligned with the Alliance and aligned with the Empire. And all the while maintaining my Federation rank because I want the nice ships to be available to me in the not too distant future, right? So I'm trying to keep everyone happy because I want my cake and I want to eat it too.
At this point in time, the only one I really give a shit about is the Empire because that's what I need. But with me not trying to actively build reputation, I am 84% with the Federation, 82% with the Alliance, and 98% with the Empire.
Yeah, but that's not the number that matters. The number that matters most is your rank, right? And I'm not sure what kind of missions they expect you to take. What the hell? I just lost 30 merits with Aisling for some reason. I don't know what the hell's up with that. Anyway, I have to also be in that neighborhood later this week.
I'm still building up my Tycoon rank. I'm at 43% there. I've obviously got Duke with the Empire. I'm at Lieutenant with Federation, so...
Well, I gained another point of this meta alloys thing has worked out because I gained another point with Explorer. My Explorer rank is now standing at 22%. So I've got now, well, 88% to go, I guess.
I'm Pathfinder yet for Explorer, so I don't know where that's at. 2 or 3 levels below Elite.
Yeah, you got to focus on trade. But I mean, my trade has almost caught up. I mean, I'm an 18% tycoon, so I'm gonna get two elite ranks pretty much at the same time. I figure, especially with this forthcoming expedition that I've signed up for in the last week of May. It starts on May 25th and it goes. It's the Small Worlds thing. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure. If I'm working, it's off. I'm not going to do it. But if I'm not working, I might do it.
I'm going to launch, go earn my 8 million credits.
Yeah, I'm going to... I'm going to just see what I've got here for Galactic... I mean, shit, I must be the only person in the game that's really frightened of what the Thargoids are plotting. I know they're up to something. They're definitely up to something. What I wouldn't give to have a meaningful conversation with someone from Frontier Developments.
Landing gear.
But I doubt that's going to happen. They don't talk to lowly people like me, unless I have a problem with their game. And even then, you have to wait 2 days. So, okay. I guess I don't know what the hell else is here. Oh, there's another planet in this system. On this planet, it says here there's another collection of barnacles at coordinates 46 by minus 170. It's on this planet, actually.
Yeah, I can outrun past Explorer without too much trouble with this ship.
Okay, so we gotta head north here. The trouble is figuring out which way north is. You know what'd be really nice is if they gave you a north, like, compass, cardinal points of the compass, so you could actually aim your... Well, kind of. I mean, you have to imagine these numbers.
You got those numbers that'll sit and scroll across the screen up and down when you're on the surface. When you're on the surface of planet flying around, use them to navigate.
Oh, I know. I see them. It says I'm pointing... Oh, here it is. 70, 80, 90. Oh, I see. Okay, hang on.
If you're at 0 degrees, you're pointed north. 90 degrees is east. 180 is south. And
I forgot about that for some reason. I was hoping for something a little bit more planetarium-like on the horizon, but this HUD will do okay. Alright, fine. Now, we're headed for where again? What did I say? 46... 46 by minus 170. So we've got to head east and north.
It depends in relation on to where your current coordinates are.
5 by 142. So 142 wraps around at 180. It goes minus 179 and then back down to wherever. So that's east. And 5 is north because I have to go to north latitude 46. So now what we'll do is we'll engage our engines. And sure enough, you have helped me navigate. I don't know why the hell I didn't think of... I was even looking at those numbers earlier today, trying to think, how can...
You remember when we were having a conversation about the Cartesian coordinate system?
Yeah.
I use it at work all the time, so when I see things like that in the game,
it's automatic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Automatic. I understand what's going on because I have to deal with the rotary axis and everything else.
Yeah, but like I'm an astronomer, right? So I should be able to. I mean, I use planetarium software all the time, and I could have sworn, those numbers, they look awfully familiar. Duh. Like, obviously they look familiar. They're used to navigate the sky in the real world. Why won't they work here? Well, they will. Okay.
Landing gear retracted.
Landing gear deactivated. Mass lock has been deactivated, and now we're going to jump. And do a
150-some-thousand light seconds to the station. So I'm going to be here for a bit, but at 8 million credits, I think I can handle flying there.
Okay, so now we're 7 kilometers up. Bearing 019. And we're moving northeast, which is exactly where we want to go. La 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 la. Provided no one shoots at me from the surface or elsewhere in the system, because now I'm wanted after... The stupid thing is, the Aegis Corporation puts exclusion zones around anywhere that barnacles get found. So you have to, like, break the law, basically, and then go to interstellar factors and plead your innocence out and pay your fine. Well, you don't plead your innocence, you plead your guilt.
Well, you figure the governing body's got to get their nickels and dimes off of everything, and why not? If you can control the most valuable resource in the system.
That's an outrageous assumption. The law is not a cash grab, unless it is. That's okay. The Department of Justice found out your president is above the law in the last week, so reaffirming 2 prior decisions undertaken by the Justice Department, who nobody voted for and nobody appointed with due legal authority.
Yeah,
But
like I said, there's a reason I don't pay attention to politics.
far be it for me to fault the American system. We have our share. But are you really sure you wouldn't be better off with parliamentary democracy?
I don't know, what's the difference?
Well, one is all American, basically. Well, that's not true anymore, actually. A number of republics in the world now use the American system. Basically, the difference between a monarchy and a parliamentary democracy is the fact that the head of state in a parliamentary democracy is a figurehead. For most republics, not all, a notable exception being the Irish Dáil, republics are usually where you have an elected head of state, and Ireland does elect its head of state, but the head of state they elect is a figurehead. She doesn't have any she has constitutional authority, but she doesn't have any. She settles constitutional squabbles. That's her role. That's all she does, and they don't come up very often. The rest of the time, she's just a figurehead. She represents the Irish state. She'll welcome foreign dignitaries. She has a useful diplomatic function, but that's all she does. And she's...
Like our vice president.
What's that?
Sounds a lot like our vice president.
The President of the United States is supposed to be, I think, a little...
President.
What's that?
The vice president.
Yes, the Vice President, I know. But, I mean, does he really serve a useful diplomatic function? He's not the final say on anything.
No, he's just... The biggest thing he does is he is in the Senate. If the Senate gets deadlocked, he can cast the deciding vote. That's the most important thing he does. Other than that, he's a figurehead. In case something happens to the president, he's already the next in line. That's all it is.
Okay, hold on a second here. I just realized I overshot my coordinates. We want minus 170, minus 141. So right now, yeah, that's correct. Minus 142. Okay. So that's going the right way. And we are at 59 degrees north latitude, proceeding to 42 degrees north latitude. Now at 56, 55, bearing 193. Wait a minute, 193, isn't that southwest? Why the hell would it say that? We want to get to minus 170. And it is going down. Okay, hold on here. We have to go above 90. 42. No. Hang on here. We're going the wrong way. We have to go past 0 to minus 270. There we go. Okay, 41. Okay, coming up on minus 150 and falling due west longitude. So 151. So actually I want to go west. I wanted to go northwest, I went northeast, that's what happened. I'm looking for the Northwest Passage.
Sounds like you're playing the Oregon Trail.
There we are. Minus 277. (162). See, the planet's curvature drifts your compass around. I don't like that very much. So it's 46 by minus 170, and we're 3 degrees off. 68. Okay.
Kind of disappointed. I was supposed to get interdicted.
Okay.
Attackers.
Hang on here. 46. No. We want to go north. and then east. North. Oh, there's a cavern. See, these barnacles like to hide in the caverns. And there just so happens to be a massive fissure in the ground right about here. What the hell? I'm in range of a base.
Thargoid base?
No, a human base, but that's a problem. I'm wanted in the system right now. If they see me, I'm going to be in deep shit. What's a bunch of barnacles doing right in range of a human base?
Good question. Request dock.
External lighting has been activated. We're at 46 degrees, minus 173. We want to be at minus 171. I have located the barnacles. Why there are barnacles within range of this base, I do not know. I'm flying through a canyon system. Well, this is a problem. They've launched fighters after me, but I'm in a very, very narrow canyon.
Landing gear deployed.
I don't know if I'm going to be able to land here. They were shooting at me momentarily. Then they seem to have stopped. Okay. I've landed the ship successfully inside this extraordinarily narrow canyon. Okay, now a low gravity warning has been issued for this canyon. We'll go have a look at these barnacles and then we'll get the hell out of here because this is not going to be fun if those ships come. I'm climbing up an escarpment. There are a lot of barnacles here. Trespass zone has been entered. What kind of defenses have we got here?
Bounty incurred.
They're coming after me. I've got sentries on the move.
Under attack.
Shields are being hit. I'll take one of them out, I think.
Incoming message. Under attack. Target destroyed. Bounty incurred. Target destroyed. Under attack. Under attack. Target destroyed.
Target destroyed. Shields reassembling. Shields reassembled. My hull is at 80% health. I'm 17 kilometers out of the laboratory. At Mad Scientist Laboratory. Aha! Didn't expect to see me again, did you? Okay. Scan. Scanning organic structure. Target verified. Destroying the target. Target destroyed. And now we have meta-alloys. Whoop! Come here, you little shit.
Cargo suit deployed.
I think there's only one meta fragment here. Organic structure. Not meta-alloys. See, these things get raided so often is the problem, that you can't pick them up fast enough before some other fucker comes along and harvests all of your organics.
Yeah.
Well, there's only one here, so I don't know. Here, let's try this one. I don't think so, but no. Like, I'm close enough I can monitor the base's communications with the fighter craft, which is far too close. And now there's skimmer wreckage all over the place. Must admit, though, the Python looks a hell of a lot more impressive than the fucking Diamondback Explorer. Though it'll be the Diamondback. If I take part in that expedition, it'll be the Diamondback. I'm spending God knows however many days finishing the circuit. It's 145 jumps.
Yeah.
Handbrake is on.
Boarding the ship. Okay, laying in a course, we now have got too valuable a cargo. We're gonna dump this cargo off. Ooh. Can I please see my ship? Oculus, I swear to Christ. I might lose you here in a second.
Okay.
Oh, there we go, finally. Okay, we're good. I need to lay in a course for the safety of the Maya system. Jesus, there's a lot of stars in here. And there's no shipyards in this part of the galaxy. So I ended up having to go to the detention area where they have no choice but to give you a shipyard.
Yeah.
It was most irritating.
Oh, that don't surprise me.
Headed for Darnielle's progress in the Maya system. Oh, you know what? I did upgrade my Diamondback Explorer with better... well, potentially better thrusters.
Landing gear retracted.
Weighing in a course to the Maya system.
Frameshift drive charging.
Luckily, there's an interstellar factors at Darnielle's Progress where I happen to have the best sale price for my meta-alloys. Do you know they pay over 100,000 credits a ton for this shit?
For the meta alloys?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's about the most expensive thing in the game.
So, I've been making quite a bit of money off these sales, but you have to jump through hoops to get access to the meta-alloys. Unless you find a barnacle forest loaded shit full of barnacles and meta-alloys. And rest assured, if any of those get found, they're raided, and people love to keep them a secret.
Yeah.
Of course, the Maya system has another sightseeing attraction, a black hole. If you're ever in this part of the galaxy, you might take a gander, fly close to the black hole, and see what happens.
The one in Maya?
Yeah.
I scanned that a long time ago. That whole system got a chunk of money for it.
Yeah, it would have been a while ago. Do you know that throwing your ship into a spin sometimes saves it from overshooting the base?
Yeah, because in open space where it's complete fucking vacuum, aerodynamics still apply in this game.
Well, I don't think it's aerodynamics. I think it's just it's the surface area or something that is calculating.
It's aerodynamics.
Maybe it has something to do with the star drive. You are going faster than light at the speeds we're going here, so. Or we're using a drive system that's capable of going faster than light. Maybe faster than light, then maybe is the right way to think of it. And it is loosely based on hyperspatial theory, which of course is only a theory at this point.
Orbital flight engaged.
Glide profile looks good. Coming in. Coming in. Coming in.
Delay Tango, Romeo, India. This port is under independent control. Submit a request before docking. Approval granted. Plot route for approach to landing pad 09.
There's an anaconda that's shooting at me here.
Sounds like fun.
Landing gear deployed.
Yeah, he definitely shot at me. And he's definitely being chased by police ships now.
That means you need to hide and everybody will ignore you.
Touchdown. Engaging docking restraints. It's good to have you with us. Approaching the landing area.
Yeah, I don't know who the hell that was, but it didn't work out for them. I just went inside the base.
I'm now 8 million credits richer.
That fucking anaconda just came after me, and I'm not very happy about that. I was gonna send him a message, but... Commander Marvinus Maximus.
It was another player attacking you?
Yeah, human. Haven't had that happen in a while. Yeah, he just hovered above the base and let me have it. But my shield's held. What's that?
Awesome.
Yeah, my shield's held. I don't think he expected a Python to be that well shielded, but I do have 900 shields on this thing. It's quite nicely protected, I assure you. For a craft of its size, anyway. I can't stand in battle with an anaconda piloted by a human for very long, but with the help of police ships, yeah, I can hang in battle for a little while. Yep, he's gone. He took off, so whatever.
I've only found one job that pays relatively decent, and that's $2.2 million at this station.
Okay, we got 13,000 in bounty vouchers here. We have interstellar faculties, 5,800. Bounties are all paid. Funny thing is that I'm not even worth that much bounty. Like, I mean, the most you'll get paid is 5,800 for killing me. I could see if it was like, you know, 50,000 or 100,000, okay, I'm probably worth going after. But 5,800 credits. So I attack some skimmers on a planet somewhere. Big deal. Unless you're just like out being trigger happy, in which case the police ships are going to come after you, because it's not their faction that I attacked. It was someone else's faction, so...
Yay, I got somebody coming after me before I even leave the station. Again.
I wouldn't worry about it.
I'm not. I'm going to wait a bit, let the mission board reset, and see if I can find something else for us. all into the station again. 2.2 million for one run ain't too bad.
Remote workshop, please.
Considering I just pulled 8.1 million on this last trip.
Military supercapacitors. And what do I got now? I have equivalent of class 1 system. Yeah.
Second thought, maybe I will just go deliver this. Trying to sit here and I'm falling asleep. Probably about time for me to go to bed. Kids have got another martial arts tournament tomorrow, so probably shouldn't stay up too late anyway.
It's a long weekend for me. I'm as happy to do whatever.
Well, I got kids who are active, so...
Yeah, it's up to you. I'm just trying to decide whether or not to upgrade my ship here because I didn't upgrade the distributor. And it's saying here that the distributor has the equivalent of a system-focused power distributor level 1 mod, but if I increase it...
I need gear.
my weapons capacity will drop up to 9% off of what it is. My engine capacity will be down as high as 12%. I don't know if I like that. And the only person I can see to do anything about it is Engineer Palin here in the Maya system at the moment. Maybe I should go do that. But he doesn't have distributor knowledge. He can upgrade my FSD, but...
Yeah, I think for the power distributor, the mod I put on there is the one that makes it recharge faster.
Well, that's what I'm... But you trade weapons power for that.
Oh, I do the one that it gives all three. It gives, it actually raises the recharge rate of all three.
Oh, it's the overcharge, probably.
Yeah, that's the one I put on.
Yeah, but it increases mass or something.
Capacity doesn't really do much if it doesn't recharge fast enough.
Well, this is the system-focused power distributor. It will take it from weapons and engines, and it will reallocate it to systems, so shields will go up to 20% faster. There is a benefit.
If you look at all those numbers, the overcharge will raise your recharge rate up a certain amount, and the other ones are about the same. So, I mean, it's kind of... do you want one area to recharge faster than the others? I figure let them all recharge faster. The capacity doesn't mean shit as long as it recharges faster.
Well, here's what I'll do, because I'm gonna have to upgrade them somehow. I'll take level 1 now, and then we'll see if I get experimental effect. Oh, I just lost everything. I lost available blueprints. Oh, here we go. Okay, here's the system focus power distributor, level 2. Generate modification. Engine capacity down 6%, recharge down 2%. See, it's hitting weapons and energy and weapons recharge and engine recharge and capacity for a faster boost to the shields. We'll try it and see if we get that experimental effect. Oh, I have to go to an engineer shop to get experimental effect. So I'll finish off this modification. That one's finished. So now I have level 2. And now we'll have to go to the engineer to get the effects. And we'll see how this performs. Okay, so with that, we can now go to Palin and see what he can give us. And then I think we're gonna fly back in our Diamondback and into the Cubeo Stellar group, or I might log out myself tonight because I got a television show I gotta watch. It's the last episode of the season, so... Oh yeah, and I need to restock on limpets. I ditched 10 limpets before on my Diamondback to make room for meta alloys. You should have seen like all 10 of these canisters fly away from my ship and go into the planet's atmosphere. It was like it looked like a missile barrage headed down towards the planet's surface. It was the most hilarious thing I've seen in Elite so far. It's like, yep, I'm bombing your cities now. Yes, commodities market, please. Industrial, here we are. $600,000 credits, confirmed. You know, it's possible to buy meta alloys as well. Maybe that's what they were talking about.
I don't know.
There's certain places where you can go and you can just buy them outright. instead of harvesting them yourself off the planet. But they cost, like, you're only gaining about 13,000 credits of profit per turn, so I didn't see it as being particularly profit worthy.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, launching.
Ship restraints disengaged. Please leave when ready.
The freaking anaconda's gone, at least. Headed for the Palin Research Center.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2,
Oh, where's the Palin Research Center? Yeah. Light speed. That system you're in now, is that a good system to trade in or get passengers from?
Say what?
I said that system you're in right now, ICTOC, is it a good system for acquiring passengers?
I'm not seeing anything jump out right now. Of course, I don't have real good traction or reps here, so I could probably walk out of here the 1.5 million credits job without too much effort.
Arriving at Palin Research Center. We'll deal with this engineer momentarily. There's a big hole in the side of this planet. I'm not sure what that means. Perhaps one of the good professor's experiments went completely fucking haywire and blew a chunk of the planet off.
Could've.
That's what you get for testing hybrid weapons with human and alien technology. You'll blow yourself to high heavens. Holy shit, there's a crater here. It's quite a large crater, I might add. I don't think this was caused by the mad scientist, though. It's large enough to have been caused by some sort of cataclysmic impact during the solar system's formation, most likely.
Automated flight control protocol initiated. Please submit a request prior to landing. Docking permission authorized. You may proceed to landing pad 04.
Proceeding to pad 04 at the Palin Research Center in Palin Crater. This fellow must be kind of an important critter in the game because he's got like a very impressive looking research facility of his very own. I don't have a research facility of my very own.
Oh, what are you researching?
Artificial intelligence.
Warning, landing gear not deployed.
Well, better do some harder research stuff.
I think it's more the profitable aspects that people are looking for right now. Unfortunately, I don't know that much about Microsoft's machine language, or whatever the hell is, the cloud ML that they use to guide their artificial intelligence into reaching its twisted conclusions. I'm docked at the research station, however.
Docking procedure completed. Ship secured. Greetings, Commander.
Docking procedure completed. Greetings, Commander. It says in its android voice. Not sure how I feel about androids guiding my ship into safe landings. I guess if they're safe, it's not too bad, but I'm more concerned about when they make a mistake. There's no one to hold responsible.
Yeah.
They're not really self-aware. They can't ask you any questions, unless they're programmed to. I heard that on a TEDx presentation on YouTube. Most accurate description for metacognition I've heard so far is the ability to ask why. To ask a question about a concept, to generate your own questions. Something humans do that machines still can't do. When they can, then we have to start thinking of them as people. Because in every sense of the word that matters, they will be. At that point. So that's the new test, I guess, that we're looking to. A self-actualized question.
I think I'm going to head to bed.
I'm going to engineer a better ship.
Okay. Well, you do that. I'll talk to you sometime tomorrow.
Tomorrow then. Have a good night.
Good night.
Connection terminated. Oh, he went offline. Oh! 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 No, we have room for more mass. Thermal spread. Let's try this for now. Forget the final checks. Hello? Well, it looks like we can now upgrade our Python a little bit more. In theory now, we should be able to go a little faster. Give us a moment and we'll see if we can find a material trader in the Pleiades. Nearest trade facility is 203.71 light years away. Yeah. I think what we're going to do is we're going to drag the diamond back here so that when we log in next, we will have ourselves a craft that can go directly to the material trader and fetch our goodies and then come back. And ordinarily that wouldn't be possible, but these are not canister items. They are resources that can be stowed in very tight quarters, so they are essentially, well, there are limits on how much you can carry, but not nearly as severe as with canistered items. So, what we will do is, oh, I don't think we have a shipyard here. Nope. That is not an option. So we actually have to travel back to the detention area. In our Python. Where we do have a shipyard. And we can return tomorrow to the Palin Research Center.
Ship released. Departure authorized.
CMDR retracted.
Ready.
Frameshift drive charging.
Okay, to offer something of a clue, we've decided to switch our ships back up. And with that, we'll be ending tonight's session. It is 4:48:38 Zulu on 19 May 3304. We are aboard the Penitent. It is a detention area set up and run by the Federation. We are in Pleiades Sector, Hotel Romeo Whiskey, Delta 1, 79, star system. Don't forget, tonight's video has important information associated with its details on YouTube. Don't forget to click the More button down and check the links out. Commander Trium's blog, as well as access to the video flight log archive, and the Twitter account that we use to broadcast relevant news items to Commander Twitter and his adventures through the Elite Dangerous universe. I'm Commander Trium, your host for this evening. Thank you for watching. We'll see you tomorrow. Good night.